Well, I love it when Leanne and Steve Barkhouse are on the show for building ideas and the way that he encourages the handyman in me. And I need all the encouragement I can get.
Well, Michael, you better go to the home show too. Apparently we're the only people who aren't there. Steve Barkhouse is going to be speaking. And what's your subject, your topic?
How to have a successful renovation.
That's great. So that's at the home show. But today we're talking all about curb appeal, and Steve's going to take us on a little bit of a tour around the city.
Right.
Different neighborhoods, different looks, and different renovations.
Absolutely, yes.
So we're starting in which neighborhood, Steve?
Island Park Drive.
Okay.
So prestigious neighborhood, prestigious street. And yeah, we've got a nice home. They loved the brick of the home, but the red roof really took away, detracted from the brick. So we changed up some colors and we did a little bit more work. You can see we went more modern colors. Really makes the trim pop now.
That doesn't even look like the same house.
The brick is the same. We changed out the aluminum siding that was in bad shape and put in some cement board. It's a shake style, so you can see the definition there. And there's a little eyebrow roof that we put in between the siding and the brick that sort of replicates the definition between the roof and the siding, which is the eave.
Okay, now Steve said brick board, which is something we're going to show off in our next segment, but this is an interesting transformation. This is the before.
This is the before.
And I'm guessing we're in the Glebe.
Actually, Centertown. Centertown, so it's an infill project. The city frowns on these types of projects because when you do an infill, they want it to match the style and age of the infill. This is a heritage district, heritage home on either side, over 100 years old, and then an infill in 1990s. They really want it to look different, so we went to a modern approach. The city loves it, the homeowner loves it. We did a little bit of a depth separation there, so the recessed area is in a red wood siding, maintenance-free, and then the bump out, it's just a bay window construction, but it makes the rooms feel tremendously bigger.
Interesting.
Big windows.
They're adding a lot more light.
Yeah, and it's some torrefied wood to clad that.
What's torrefied wood?
It's like a baked wood.
Okay, well, we're going to get to that in our next segment as well. I'm guessing New Edinburgh.
Sandy Hill.
Sandy Hill, okay.
Yeah, so quaint
I'm
little
gonging
home.
on this.
Wood siding is rotting, going to cause us some structural problems in the future, so a lot of maintenance had to be done. The client wanted to go to something a little more contemporary, so we tried that. We have an EFIS system, so most people know it as stucco, but it gives us the opportunity to put an insulation clad on the home, so better insulation, much more airtight, so much more comfortable. And we added the front porch so that they, when they come in, it's a little more welcoming.
Yeah, it looks like we've lost a window, but it's just that the tree is now in full foliage. Okay, that's great. Funky, a lot of different looks. I'm liking this a ton, Steve. Let's look at our next image.
So
a bungalow.
Yeah, typical bungalow. It could be. Could be anywhere, really. This one happens to be in the East End, but we have a ton of these bungalows around town. You walk in the front door right into the living space, so the client wanted to fix that, and of course the siding needed replacement. So we added a small front addition. You can barely tell it's there. It looks like it's been there all the whole time. The door's on the side, which is where you enter from anyway. They have a nice little entranceway, and we changed out the aluminum siding with some more cement board. Again, more modern colors. It really makes the stone pop. You barely noticed the stone before. And that was a feature. So yeah. Next up, these folks needed to grow. I like this one because they put a big addition on. They wanted a garage. Family was growing. Could also act as a nanny suite because we added a separate entrance. Wanted to keep this so it looks a little more yellow than it actually is from the picture, but it's a wood siding, so zero maintenance because it's stained for impregnated, so it's there for 15 years.
So that's a whole addition from the doorway over to the left?
Yes, garage and entranceway. Made a nicer entranceway to it, so it looks kind of natural.
They had a significant lot then, because that's not a typical renovation to be able to double the footprint to the side, is it?
Manor Park home, so larger lots there, and yeah, they didn't want it to jump out at everybody. They didn't want to overpower the existing part of the home, and hopefully we've accomplished that through the design.
I think a lot of viewers like the yellow, but the yellow wasn't your choice, I'm guessing.
You know, it's just not that bright. The picture doesn't do it justice.
Okay, now Civic Hospital.
Very close, Westboro.
Okay.
So you're over. So people, the homeowners wanted to go to an arts and crafts style. They loved the style of the home, but they weren't keen on the aluminum and the red shingles and the red brick. So we really transformed this. We put on some new stone.
This is a complete wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. And then we've gone with the wood shake in the gable end. We kept the shed dormer, and then we added an addition on the side and went to board and batten with the stone around, so it tied everything together. It looks like it's been there 100 years.
Okay, now it does look like it's been there 100 years, and had this been built 100 years ago, this stone would have been done by a mason. But now we have something called...
Well, it's just, I don't know what it's called, Leanne. It's...
It's an easier thing to attach to the side of your home. We're going to be back. Steve Barkhouse is He's going to regain his composure. We're going to figure out what everything's called, Michael, and we'll share the latest in the facades for you.
Fake rock that looks real. Who knows? Let's go back to Leanne Cusack, who's with Steve Barkhouse, sharing some great house-enhancing ideas. Leanne.
Some really fantastic ones.
Yeah.
Siding, and a lot of different types of siding, and this really interesting faux brick and faux stone called the
Versetta stone.
And you can absolutely see, because you were thinking Rosetta, Versetta, versatile stones, hence called Versetta.
Yeah.
So shall we start with the stone or shall we start with the siding, Steve?
Can we start with the siding?
We can
Because you put me out of order and I'll screw everything up.
We should say that a lot has changed. It
Yes.
used to be that vinyl siding had it had a look where you could tell it was vinyl.
Yep.
A lot of people who have had wood homes really like the idea of vinyl siding.
Maintenance free, right? So the vinyl siding now, you can get different qualities, of course. It doesn't wave, what we're used to seeing, the wavy walls and things like that. It's a much more thick, dense product. Vinyl and PVCs have come such a long way in the last 10 years. So this is where we sort of are starting point. You have tons of different profiles, lots and lots of different colors, different finishes, different textures, just a whole rainbow of choices there that really make it easy to use. And vinyl's so easy to work with. So that's a nice starting point. In around maybe 60, 75 cents a square foot for the material for that. And it comes with all kinds of different trims.
Just read my mind.
I know
you
were going to ask
when
me.
that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving to a different sort of version of vinyl siding, which way?
Yeah, I'm going to take you over here because this is basically the same type of siding, but the interesting thing here is it comes with a core, and it gives you an insulated core. So you can, if you're doing the outside of your home, you can get about a 2.5 R value of insulation around the home.
So you have the insulation, and then the siding is adding additional insulation.
Yeah, this will add insulation. So instead of working from the inside of the home, you can just add this on, get a little more comfort in the home. And the back, thank you for turning that, it takes the rain away from any rain that gets in. It takes all the moisture down, makes it a much more comfortable,
So this is next to your
dry
vapor
home.
barrier, but it also brings...
Weather barrier, yeah,
wood.
absolutely.
Now, these are all questions you're going to be able to ask Steve when you see him in person at the home show. But this is really high-end. I love the look of this stuff. But
Yeah,
it's
so
real wood, of course.
It is. It's Lodgepole Pine from BC. The wonderful thing about it, with the big trees in BC, we can get 16-foot lengths. So you can usually do the whole facade of your home without the joints that people don't like to see.
This
so
looks
it's
orange
great.
on the monitor, but it's a really beautiful red.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it
gold.
nice?
Yes.
It's kinda, yeah,
so this,
vibrant.
what's the bonus in buying something like this? It's already treated.
It's already 15 years before you have to touch it. If you use a proper product, you paint it once, it's good for another 15 years under warranty.
Wow.
25 years on the material. So a real nice warranty, really low maintenance.
And if in fact you noticed or you remember the beautiful makeover that we did in the Westboro area, there were cedar shakes up in the attic. Those weren't really cedar shakes.
They weren't. They were up high, so you couldn't really tell. But from a distance, they looked absolutely like cedar, and they're a PVC product, a vinyl product. Really thick, strong, but so much easier to use up in those high areas. You cut them in, you get the same color as the wood siding that's lower. Nobody knows, and you save a few bucks there for sure.
Save a few bucks, save a whole lot of work, save a ladder for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Now let's go over to brick, because this is really interesting.
Yeah.
We mentioned the Versetta stone earlier, but this is for someone who wants that stone feel. Show everyone how it attaches, Steve.
It's got a metal flange it sits on, so it comes in with this flange. You simply nail the flange to the studs of the home. You don't have to have the foundation base. Nail it in. There's no mortar joints. There's nothing. It locks in, and there's nice pictures of it back here.
Beautiful.
Where it all locks in, so it's a real handyman special.
And for someone who has a brick home, but backyard or areas without much access.
Yeah, for sure. Use a lot of this. You could actually go and buy any brick and get the face cut off of it, or they manufacture it. But what it does, it's a lot lighter, so you don't have the heavy brick. You don't need the foundation again. It's glued on, or they can use a mortar compound that they put it on. You simply grout the joints, and it looks exactly like brick. You cannot tell the difference if it's too thin.
Wow. You covered a lot of ground.
I'm good.
You took us all around town and showed us all of the new products in just a few simple minutes.
That's pretty good.
Thanks a lot, Steve. And of course, we have a link to Steve on our website, Michael.
I got a lot of learning ahead of me. Thank you, guys.